What is up, guys? I am Becoming, and welcome to the stream today. We are here, and my camera wins. Ta-da! What's up? Okay, so earlier today, we were just playing normal matches, running the best possible armies. So right now, what I decided to do was, why don't I pick some of the worst troops? And what I mean by worst troops, I mean troops that I never include in my armies. So here we go. What's that going to look like? First and foremost, we have to pick a mode that we can actually, like, pick the army for. So it's either got to be Squad League or it's got to be Whack-A-Trolls right now. If there was another mode, I would probably go for that. Whack-A-Trolls is less than desirable. So what that means is we can't use Colonel Ruffs. Or should we make an exception to where we can take one of each rarity that would be good, and then we totally flip the script on everything else? I think that's the way to go. Because otherwise this would, I think, be totally impossible. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put Colonel Ruffs in slot 1. We got to have Ruffs. Take him out. Put him here. And then put a busted unit. And actually, since we're using all bad units, I'm actually going to put Witch. I'm going to put Dr. T. I think that's about all. I mean, maybe we can say Battle Healer. It's not a terrible unit, but it's not an OP unit. Maybe that's what we do. Okay, so we'll put in Battle Healer. And Leon? Maybe? Because we don't. I don't know. And then we're going to take out a bunch of stuff here. So we're going to put in Nita. Awful. Sorry, the miner's got to go. It's not bad enough. Pam, Bandit, and Medic. It's about as bad as it'll get. And actually, I'm going to put Pam over here because we're making the one exception to have a Hog Rider. Hog here, and then what was the other bad trick that we had in place? It was the Medic. And then for commons, we can't use Elite Barbarian, so I say we'll use Chicken, El Primo, Heavy, that has to be on the list. Colt is also pretty awful. And what about Goblin? Goblin is Deegdag in the stream. What's up, man? Oh yeah, and by the way, Deegdag is gonna join me for some of these things if he can tolerate my madness. Hopefully he can crush at least half the lobby for me, so I don't totally crash out in these games. But I'm thinking, okay, we definitely have to get rid of the Elite Barbarian. But Shelly is good. And why can't we edit it anymore? Strange. Okay, we take the Elite Barbarian out, and what should we put instead? I feel like we go Goblin. I mean, I realize it's ultimate, but it's not a fantastic supplier. Or do we say that we get one good pick from each category? So we'll go Poco, and then we'll put in, what do we have there before Chicken? So the first slot in each, basically the first column, Poco, Hog Rider, and Ruffs. Those are the only 3 good units that we got to pick. Other than that, I do not pick these other troops ever if I can help it. So we're going to try to win some games. Let's see if Deegdag is online. And let's, uh-oh. That's not what I meant to do. Play, team, let's invite Deegdag. Let's get him into this lobby here. And let's see if we can actually win some games. This is going to be tough. Because I'm so accustomed to, like, locking in, like, a really, you know, 1 or 2 armies here. We're going to try the awful stuff. Here we go. All right. Bandit? I never play Bandit. Actually never play Bandit. Ooh. Colt. Despite having him ultimate form, I almost never play him. Well, that's a joke.
9 players remaining.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Poco. So the deal is we got to pick 1 unit from each rarity that we actually kind of need to function. Poco is too essential. Hog Rider is too essential. Otherwise, we can actually do nothing. We're playing with a lot of bad units right now. The question is Poco making it too easy? We'll figure that out. Or if I just get crushed right away. I'm behind here. Primo again.
7 players remaining. Fusion.
Another hog. Another Primo. I feel like it's possible that if in this situation, right, like if Deegdag and I are trying to, you know, team with friendly fire on to a certain extent, like Primos could be kind of gross, like at least disrupting. But I'm so not used to how Primo actually works that I feel like I'm gonna misplay his jump. My issue with him primarily is that he tends to like get so far out in front of the squad that it's like nearly impossible to control him at times. Like he'll dash into it, he'll jump into an enemy team and then he just dies because he gets stunned in response. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe this will be a good thing because I'll have to get used to playing things like Colt and Primo because I'm really not used to playing Colt and Primo. I know in ultimate form he is better, but still. This guy. Where's my damage? And also, is Ruffs a cheat code, or is it a situation where if we don't play Ruffs, we're just going to get run over in the final minute of the game? That's what I'm worried about. Like, we're trying to still make this possible, but it needs to be difficult.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, second place.
Second place.
How far off were we? Oh, quite a bit. Oh man, I see the guy running around with the bee and I'm thinking, there's no way I could actually fight that guy.
Common. Big. Super big.
Yeah, I have to get my own tunes going here. That means I have to
El Primo.
turn down the game volume. Sound effects are still there. Get some gold. Almost. Okay. Is Poco making it too easy? Should we force ourselves into like medic and battle healer? But what would we replace it with if it's a bad unit? People say Bo is bad, but I don't believe that. I think Bo's great. Okay. We'll even take out Poco. So this is the awful army that we're having to go with. At least we have a Hog and a Ruffs. That should make up for the fact that we don't have units typically that we want to play. All those units on screen I would not put into this army. Maybe I would put Chicken, but Hog and Colonel are the only two units that I always go for. Let's see. Question is, can we actually get some dubs here?
Collect gems to win.
Chicken.
Chicken.
If nothing else, I need to be able to run from people.
Chicken.
And good luck fighting that thing. Oh, that's my friend.
Colt.
What's this guy doing? He took the box. Oh, come on.
Dominance. 9 players remaining. Chicken. Fusion.
We need a healer as soon as possible. We don't have Poco, remember? We took Poco out. So now we actually have to think about our HP pool. Otherwise, we're going to be screwed.
8
Uh-oh.
players remaining.
Oh my goodness, I'm trolling. I'm gonna lose it. There we go. Yeah. Health. Okay, we have a fused Hog Rider. That's something.
7 players remaining.
Which, okay, we'll get weird.
6 players remaining.
Another troop I actually never use.
Left. Bandit. Nice move.
Nice.
5
Cool.
players remaining.
Nita.
Vita.
Use Dr. T. I'll take it. Medic. Okay. Actually critical to have that right now. Another Nita. Maybe this is the day that my mind gets changed about the the witch. Because I've been holding my star tokens simply because I don't think the witch is any good, and it's the only unit I don't have maxed right now.
Final stretch. Vita.
I'm not pulling roughs yet. I probably should have, but... Another witch.
Leon.
30 seconds. How far behind are we?
30 seconds.
Considerably. I don't think we can fight people.
Fusion. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, I can't even kill minions very easily.
Finish.
I think I need to be like
You finished third.
helping
Great
Dig-Dag
job.
in some way slaughter the second place guys so I can at least fall in second. Because Dig-Dag is good enough to carry these by himself.
Common. Epic. Big.
So it's like Dig-Dag's gonna have to basically murder the lobby, and I just need to be super annoying. Third's third. Third place is third place, but it's not first, and it's not second. And the game just felt sluggish. Okay. We're gonna play Goblin Start if we can get it. And we're gonna try to get as big in the first minute as possible. And then see if there's something that we can do with that. Which could come in clutch? I don't know.
Collect gems to win.
Goblin.
Goblin.
Colt.
Colt.
Hog Rider.
Hog Rider.
Nice. Goblin.
Goblin.
Colt. Goblin.
Goblin. Fusion.
Colt.
Colt. Fusion. 9
Colt.
players remaining.
Cool. 2 keys. I'll take that. Pam. How much damage are we actually dealing? Heavy.
Heavy.
Another heavy.
Heavy. Nice move. 7 players.
If the boss is gonna sit there, we're gonna take that for sure. Another Colt. Okay, so we're sitting on double Colt. How am I in first place?
Fusion. Heavy. Fusion.
Oh, don't you worry, that won't last. Probably should have held for rares
6 players remaining.
instead of immediately pull a unit. Hog Rider. We have another Hog Rider. We have Bandit.
Bandit. 5 players remaining. Nina.
Another Nita. Dig-Dag's in first place at 387.
Fusion.
Another Bandit. We're about to go get this guy right here. Leon. Can we pull this out?
T. Dr. T.
Battle healer.
Remaining. Fusion. 30 seconds left.
That's my friend.
Tina. Fusion.
He's ahead by 100 and something.
2 players remaining.
And it's just him and I.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish.
Nice.
Second place.
Good job,
Impressive.
dude. That's actually funny. I mean, according to that in-game screen, there's only one other real player other than me and my partner. It's gonna be interesting when we get into a lobby of 5 or 6 real ones, though.
Medic.
And also, Squad League, I think, would be, like, nearly impossible. Alright, here we go. I think the early Hog Rider pull is, like, the only way to really do anything. Ultimate Barbarian is, like, just too strong. So if I ever run into someone like that,
Collect gems to win.
Colt.
Colt.
I mean, theoretically, maybe you go heavies, but people run away from you the moment that you park. So I think that's one reason why heavy is just kind of a doo-doo unit.
9 players remaining. Colt.
Well, I should have taken the Pam immediately. I'm dumb. I have to remember that I don't have Poco. Fennec. The moment that we actually get a source of healing, we have to pick it up. Medic is kind of doing it. Another chicken. Bandit. Maybe Bandit. Ham.
Sweet. 8 players remaining.
I mean, we can kill bots. Optimus Prime, please die.
Nice. 7 players remaining. Bandit. Bandit. Fusion.
how we're in first.
Fusion. 5 players remaining.
Got a witch.
4 players remaining. Leon.
Leon, maybe we need to sneak up on someone and try to grab. Grab a soft unit. Maybe that's a play. Second place. Can we hang on to it?
4, 3, 2, 1. Finish. Top spot.
Bro, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta. Let's go, dude. What's up, Bravey? How you doing? Bravey, how's it going? How's it going? Oh my gosh. Last second, I think Digdag got clipped by someone and dropped out of first. But the fact that that other guy didn't take 1 unit from me there either, because someone else ran into me and he was a lot bigger. Was it the witch? All the skeletons like stopped the barbarians? Is that what it did? I don't know. Oh my gosh. I'm hospitalized since a week, sadly, so distracting myself. Oh my gosh. What happened? What happened?
Common. It's super big. Archer.
Like flu, or did you break a leg? What? Sure. All right, so we got one more in here. Victor 000. All right, let's go. Let me open this real quick.
Bandit.
Pravy. Is it Pravy or Pravi? And thank you for showing up to. Thank you for watching my stream, Pravy, or Pravi. I wish I knew how to say it. Mary Kay was the one that said you would probably like Pravy. She's one of my mods back from my Clash of Clans days, which could come into the fold. Clash of Clans could come back. Clash of Clans is doing amazing. I just read today that it's the most success, or it's the highest. It's generating the most revenue for Supercell by like a mile. What I will say is that last game felt so awkward. Like, I really don't use these troops very often at all. Like, if I have a choice, I don't use pretty much anything. Now, I have given myself like the Hog Rider and Ruffs, but I also avoided picking it. At least Ruffs. So. See. Colt can deal damage, but it's a little awkward because he's so squishy.
Check in.
Like things like Barbarian just run you over. And let's be real. Melee units are so much stronger than ranged units in this game. You get trolled. This guy is enjoying himself.
Nice move.
Bro, you had like
7 players
you had
remaining.
2.5 fused units, and you ran away from a guy that didn't have a single fused unit. Why? I have a rage. I'm gonna hang on to that like my life depends on it. Another Colt. So, pocket Colts are probably gonna be a lot of my damage.
Colt.
Primo.
El Primo. El Primo. 2 minutes left. Colt. Fusion.
Oh! Okay, I'll take a Pam too. Any amount of healing is probably going to help us out here tremendously. Use on the medic. Okay, Hog Rider. At least we can run from people. Alright, I did pick Russ.
Remaining. 5 players remaining.
Primo.
Fusion. Bandit. Final stretch.
Who is this? Bot.
Sweet. 4 players remaining. Fusion.
You know, Colt kind of cuts things up.
30 seconds.
Just praying that I don't find the ultimate barbarian player. Nobody?
Fusion. Battle healer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
How far off are we?
2,
Considerably. Nice. Okay, second place.
finish. Second place.
Nice.
Great job.
Boom, boom, boom. Taking care of business. Doom, doom.
Common.
Being hospitalized is no joke.
Shelly.
Both my folks are actually sick with like the cold or flu over like most of last week and over the weekend. I was actually gonna see my mom and dad. But they're like, no, don't come, don't make the trip. Like, okay, sorry. All right, let's go again. It's interesting. Okay, the question is like, are we supposed to be like more aggressive in the early game, or are we supposed to get aggressive in the middle game, like around 2 minutes? Like try to chase somebody down and force the issue, or are we supposed to wait till the very, very end? Because I feel like if we wait to the end, that's where we might end up in the most trouble. But if we try to force the issue around 2 minutes, it might work better.
El Primo.
I will go Colt. Colt damage, and also the fact that you can laser out these moles. Super helpful. Who is this Joker? Oh, you got too much.
El Primo.
Maybe this works. Barbarian's about to die. See, I don't deal any damage yet. This is Shelly. Ooh, Colt! Pop off, boy! That's one Colt.
9 players remaining. 8 players remaining.
Why did that bot run towards me?
7 players remaining.
Man, the AI in this game has to get a little better.
Fusion.
Of course, then this silly challenge would not be possible. Like, I feel like I have to feed on bots a little bit. Be able to pull this one together. Oh no, my Primo is having a fun time. See, that's the Primo that I know. He just runs like, he jumps into the enemy and then he just dies.
5 players remaining. Medic.
Man, I have no damage.
Fusion. 4
It's such an
players
enormous
remaining.
difference. Like when you have like Barbarian, Hog Rider, you just fly around the map. Just murdering people. Dr. T, okay, all of the bad units, here we go. Can we MacGyver some wins? Now we're in trouble. Not me! It's funny. I guess I have enough beef that he wasn't able to... Even my teammate was shooting me for like 3-4 seconds. And it wasn't enough damage.
Final stretch.
Hog Rider. I don't deal with damage.
3 players remaining.
Okay, Leon. Where are all of the gems?
30 seconds.
Where is Victor? Dig Dag is way too big.
Eternal Roots. Fusion.
Where is he? Yeah, I can't find him.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
See, it's interesting, like... no damage. No damage.
You finished 3rd. Top notch.
So far, first place finishes 1.
Common. Rare. Hog Rider.
All right. We should probably pause between games so at least I can show people the army who are who may tune in briefly, albeit, but at least put the army up. Because it's not... This is not the way to play. Like... But the good news is... Oh, wow. Okay. And we've given ourselves the handicap of 1 unit in each slot that we would play, except for common. Common slot is still sort of a whatever. Oh man, that sucks. Remember, we have to get our healer going, otherwise we will die. Like this. Colt. Save my baby Colt. Colt again. Heart. There's Dig-Dag. I'm gonna pull Goblin. Just Ham. I will take that. And she's fused. It's actually huge. Considering this madness. Bandit. What is this Joker doing? Nice. I have keys coming out of my ears. I have another key coming out of my backside. I got a fused witch. This game is looking possible. Truth is, I don't know exactly how possible. Because someone's going to take over at some point. I still don't have a Hog Rider, which is a problem. And I didn't pick it. I'm dumb. I was a little bit, there we go. Luckily I have heals all over the field. So even though I'm getting, my squad's getting thrown to pieces, no one's really attacking me, so it's, sort of whatever. Sure. Why aren't these guys trying to attack me? Or it's just all bots?
30 seconds.
That's such a clutch battle healer.
5 players remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No way, I did it again.
Finish.
No way.
Epic win.
What is this? Okay, so what I'm finding out is Colt damage is good. And I guess once you get a couple of them, a couple of Colts, two fused Colts, it can be strong. The problem is I know if I get up against a guy that has a minor, he's going to take my Colts like that. So I don't know what it is with, I mean, you can pick your armies in this. I don't know why no one's hit me with a minor yet. It's actually shocking.
Super big. Shelly.
That's 2 in the bag. Here's the army, by the way. This is the bad army. The only grace we've granted ourselves is Hog Rider and Ruffs. And in theory, we could say no to Ruffs, but in these modes where the money is so plentiful, in the final minute when everyone is pulling Ruffs after Ruffs after Ruffs because they've busted out the other 4 slots, I would stand no chance without at least, you know, the opportunity to pull a Ruffs. It's not that I'm guaranteed only Ruffs, which is still making it harder. Let's go again. Pam is kind of saving the day too, because especially when I go to the middle and I'm trying to just sit in the business, if I don't have a heal, like all that weird stuff just kind of dies. But Colt has been sort of the star so far as I can tell.
Collect gems to win.
We'll start Primo this time. Even though he's super wet blankety, in my opinion. Feels like a wet blanket. What's up, dude? That guy really wanted to come over here. I deal no damage with Primo. Like, he's so low damage. Homie. Get all that money up there. Okay, now I have a heavy.
9 players
Oh,
remaining.
come on, man.
Colt. 8 players remaining.
Chicken. I have no movement. I cannot even kill his Primo. And he's gonna get you another box and pull another one. Watch. You're kidding me. This bot.
7 players remaining. Bandit.
Pam.
2 minutes.
Okay, another Colt. Battle healer. Another Pam. Fuse Pam.
Bandit.
How far am I off first? Not that far.
Rider.
And I'm fighting my teammate right now for it.
Rider. 6 players remaining.
Got his mic.
Stretch.
Oh lord. Flames though. Got the box.
Fusion.
I have no damage.
Seconds.
I need a heal. Woo, just as I say it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
All that time I wasted on that bot, I actually lost the lead that I had.
You finished third. Great job.
That was so painful. Any other units, and I would have been able to kill that guy so fast. I should have left him alone. I should have said, you know what? Bot's gonna bot. Let me open five more chests.
Sure.
All right. That was definitely winnable if I just left the bot alone. All right, let's go again. Okay, so what I figured out also is Primo is awful on start. Like, actually terrible. He has 0 damage, and he's really built to support an army once you have a little bit of damage built in. Because without it, it's just like, he's just a wet noodle. I'd rather take Goblin and have a gold head start like this. So yeah, I should note to self, never pick Primo up front unless I can't even come up with a reason why you would want to do it. We are picking Bandit. We are picking Chicken. Chicken is kind of the quote-unquote poor man's barbarian. Ultimate barb, that is. Do another Hog Rider. Let's go hunt some people down. Got him. See, that's all Hog Rider, right? Colts.
8 players remaining.
Bro. Code anything gets these hands.
Dominance. 7 players remaining. 2 minutes. Fusion.
How are we doing so well?
Fusion.
I mean, Hog Rider is probably it. Is that 3 fused Hog Riders? Okay, this is a weird game. How do we end up with that good of a lineup? Bandit.
Fusion.
Damn.
Final stretch. Fusion.
4th fused Hog Rider. Okay, come here. Come here.
Nice. 6 players
Okay, so this is kind of defeating the purpose of bad units because the game has like given me a ridiculous number of Hog Riders this game. I've never had a game like this.
30 seconds. Nice move.
4 fused hogs?
Players remaining.
We're kidding, right? So this has turned into using one of the best units in the game every time we saw it.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Finish.
That was a seriously weird game. Like, seriously weird game. 4 fused hogs. The game has never thrown me that many hog riders in one match. Is it because the army is so bad? Like the rest of it, right? We've given ourselves the handicap of the hog. And we put roughs. But the rest of this, I don't use these units because they're not great. Maybe I just need to get better at the game and realize that the units aren't terrible. But asterisk, other units are better. Primo, I can say, has been the most wet noodly so far. Bandit generates the extra gems. Pam has been clutch. Colt has been surprisingly clutch. I don't know that I've noticed the heavy. The Witch I have felt, surprisingly, because I don't really like the Witch. But it is what it is. Huh. Okay. Again, the question is, do we take out something like Hog Rider just to make it even more difficult? The thing is, if we take that out, if someone wants me, I actually can't get away from them. And I feel like that would just make it totally not fun. Maybe I take out roughs. That would also feel bad. At least I get to boost up sort of weird units. All right, we'll use the Witch start. Why not? Let's get weird. Let's get weird. I can honestly say, oh, Witch and Chicken, that's a lot of stuff. Goblin. Need him. More stuff. This is called the Stuff Army. Dr. T. Full Stuff Army. Maybe that's the name of the game. You just get all kinds of stuff on the field. We need a healer so badly right now. Took off something from him. Give me a healer. Good heavens, heavy. This is not looking good. We can't get a healer. Pam. Thank heavens. Pam. I wonder what first place is looking like. Deeg is 60 gems ahead of me. Another bear. Use bear. 60 seconds. Medic. More healing.
6 players remaining. 30 seconds. Fusion.
Get my Hog Rider in the heal.
Bandit. Fusion. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Finish! You finished third. Terrific!
Do we know X Victor, or is it just a random dig? If you actually are watching the stream right now, do you know him in real life, or was this like, is this someone that you met in game? Because I'm wondering if I should be going after him or not. I think I have pulled away from him a couple times. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Ice Wizard.
Okay. Bad army. Primo's pretty bad. His little leap that sends him 3 miles away from the rest of your squad, and then your camera's stuck at in a weird position. And then he dies. That is the life of Primo. Let's see if we can pull this one out. We've got a couple wins so far. One of the first matches that we played, we got first place.
Collect gems to win.
Chicken.
Chicken.
For no other reason, we gotta run around. We gotta be able to run. I'm picking Goblin. And Colts. The Goblin. Use the Goblin.
Fusion.
Gold advantage.
Colt.
Colts. Come here.
9 players remaining. Nice move.
Nice.
8 players remaining. Heavy. Fusion.
Used on heavy. I don't know if it's a good idea to attack this kaiju. Use Colt. It's fine. Can we get a healer, maybe? Any healer would be good.
7 players
Oh, I'm dumb. There it was. Keep thinking that I'm looking for medic or Poco. There was my medic. It was right there. I'm gonna hold for rares in that case. We need to pull rares. We need to pull a healer immediately. He he literally took the box. No, sir.
Nice move.
Yeah, that was a little offensive. Here is the Pam. It's my buddy.
Bandit.
Come on, kill Kaiju. Medic. Okay. More passive healing. Hog Rider. Now I'm stuck. Oh, God. Feels bad, man. Another medic. Saved my life.
Final stretch.
I'm second. Ruffs. Fuse my awful stuff.
Battle healer.
See, good players would be completely nailing me to the floor right now. This is totally unrealistic.
Fusion. 30 seconds. 4 players remaining. Eternal Rust. Fusion.
Can I find anybody? No, Dig-Dag is way too far ahead. I just need to hold second place at this point.
6, 5,
Yeah, he's at 900.
2, 1.
Okay,
Finish.
I'm gonna make sure that this is all good. I'm gonna see. Okay, at the end of these games, Deeg, in the final 60, fair game. At Deeg. Is he still in the chat? Yeah, he's still here. Okay. So, final 60 seconds. Final 60. I'm coming for you. Let's clear these lobbies as much as possible before then. Okay, so hopefully he heard me. Hopefully he's reading chat too, because I see him in the viewer list. So final 60 seconds. I'm gonna try to kill you. The thing is, you have all the good stuff. I have the weird stuff. So we'll see. We'll see if it's possible. He's got a miner. He's got a barbarian. What else does he probably have? He's probably got a shell. He's got a Poco. Yeah, those are big. Ice Wizard. Yeah. He's probably got one of the wizards at least. Okay. Final 60. I'm coming for you both. Where's the emote? Next track.
Collect gems to win.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken start. This is not a bad unit. But it's not Ultimate Barbarian, which is sort of the point. Get chicken again.
Chicken. Fusion. Bandit.
So, bandit passive doesn't trigger
Bandit.
on the moles? Is that what I
Colt.
think that's correct?
Goblin. Goblin. Fusion.
Use up. Okay, so we got plenty of gold. We're gonna get out of the corner.
Heavy.
Wow, I walked out of that to walk right into spikes. Fun stuff. Okay.
Bandit.
Use up bandit. Sure. We're just playing this at our pace. I'm not gonna bother with people if I don't have to anymore.
Heavy.
Man, I'm taking so much damage. I wish that the trolls didn't all have like crazy amounts of bombs, like hidden bombs. That's probably the most irritating part.
9 players remaining. 2 minutes left.
What's up, Nick? There's my hog rider. However, I need to stay thick.
Hog Rider. 8 players remaining. Dominance. 7 players remaining. Hog Rider. Fusion.
What's this guy doing?
Bandit. 6 players remaining.
Did he not think I was dealing damage? Or was that just strange bot movement?
Bandit. Final stretch. Colonel Rush. Fusion.
Does that guy know what I'm doing right now? Is that why?
Colonel Rush. Fusion. Thirty seconds
Who's this
left.
guy?
Dr. T. 5 players remaining.
I think this guy knows what I'm doing. He can keep spinning on me.
Leon.
Cool.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Woo!
Finish. Spectacular.
We got
win.
one. We got one. Although that was very sus behavior. Elio, I feel like Elio was knew something about what we were doing. If you were watching, what's up, man? that was someone that was like either recognized my name somehow or is watching Squad Busters on Twitch at the moment and saw the name and saw the channel. I don't know. But we got it barely by the skin of our teeth. We barely beat Digdag. Barely beat Digdag. GG's. Victor got busted? Ooh, I guess he got squunched by some monsters in the very beginning.
Common.
You know, I think that's what, three or four first places so far. Granted, we've been at this for an hour and 15, hour 20 at this point, and we'll go another 40 minutes or so. You know, this is actually kind of fun. Like, I was getting kind of bored using the same army with roughs and no other epics, even though this is like not what you should do right now because the game is not tuned in this present moment to have these other units involved. This has been fun. Let's keep going. We'll probably get, let's see, if we're at it for another 35 minutes or so, that's 8 or 9 games. 8 or 9 games left. All right, let's make it happen.
Collect gems to win.
Hog Rider start. The game has blessed us. Can we convert a Hog Rider start with bad units into a good, fun time? And by that I mean a dub. Hello. Medic. Ooh, we needed the healer. Come here. Come here, you joker. What's up, nerd? Come on.
Nice move. 9 players remaining. Check in. 8 players remaining.
Colt?
Colt.
We haven't taken a unit yet. That's good. No speed boost.
7 players remaining.
Nice.
Gauntlet. Fusion.
It's a lot of kaijus.
Colt.
If we had more Colt, that could actually work. Roughs.
Fusion.
I'll take another Hog Rider. Why not? All right, Dig Dag is in first place.
2 minutes. Bandit.
Bandit. Another medic. Another medic.
Fusion. 6 players remaining.
You know, any kind of passive healing in these high damage modes, like the high creep damage modes, welcome. Like, look how much I healed up, right? I'm not using a Poco, and it's passive. I don't have to sit here and kill units.
Nice. 5 players remaining. Fusion.
Now Primo.
Crushing it.
Hell yeah, look at that.
4 players remaining. Final stretch.
Roughs.
Fusion.
This is so wacky. This army is awful. Like, it's all over the place.
Dr. T.
Dr. T.
Check in.
Okay. Chicken. Question is, should we attack somebody?
30 seconds.
No! It was a mistake! It was a mistake! Oh no! Jesus. It was a mistake! Bust me out, dude.
8, 7,
No freaking way I'm alive. Ow.
5, 4, 3, 2,
How am I second place? What the?
finish. Second place.
I still have no idea how I had 1 unit and I got second place there. That was I freaking love that.
Comet. Shelly.
Oh my gosh. Give me a second. Let me grab a Coca-Cola. Reconnection successful. Nice. Sorry. All right, keep it up. Yeah. I need to get an Ethernet cable that is longer because I'm actually like kicking it out of the computer. Like the few times that the stream has gone down today, it's because I've actually bumped the cable, my Ethernet cable. The Ethernet cable is not long enough, and the clip on it that actually catches in the computer is also not there. So, if I move it, if I get excited, yeah. Oh my gosh. That's not what I meant to do. There's a Hog Rider. But now we're on the weird train. We got an early Dr. T. You know, it's funny. I remember like showing up at like watching a YouTube video. I think his name is Chicken. The creator's name is Chicken. There's the Hog Rider. And I saw him play like one game, and he was like, he is clearly like pretty new to Squad, like relatively speaking, or like more green than like Stormy or Klaz in terms of like there's like his player skill. And he like first picked a Dr. T, and I like got in the comment section and I was like, okay, do not recommend that. That is not a good thing. That's not strong. And there's a lot of good reasons for it. Like the crab just kind of wanders around. Like it'll start chasing the nearest opponent, right? But it's not very fast, and you know, people just walk away from it. You have to get in these modes where like you're forced to be in all in the same space. Like Showdown is one of those modes. So Showdown, every single game, you get forced all to the center of the map. And Dr. T, his crab takes up a big portion of that space, so he can actually be quite good in that scenario. Or Angry Vines, right, which is not Showdown. But to first pick him, like, the crab doesn't do hardly anything for you. Medic. Hog Rider. Go. Go. Battle Healer. This is a mess. Final minute. There's no way I'm actually fighting somebody here. Another Battle Healer. I'm just going to see how much money I can stack up. That's all I can really do. Colonel. See, I barely killed these kaijus. Like, it's so weak.
Dr. T. 4 players remaining.
Here, kill me.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish. 4th place. Well done.
I almost wish you had just knocked me out so you could take the win there. The intentional feed would have been real. Those two other players were matching you like gym for gym nearly. And I was certainly not going to fight them. Like there was just no way. Not that game. All right, Goblin, Primo, Heavy, Colt, Chicken, Hog, Bandit, Pam, Nita, Medic. You know, I suppose there's something to be said for, like, if you're able to pull the early Witch, then that you can easily get a Chicken and potentially get a Nita kind of early on. So those are 3 units that all have, like, fodder that stands in front of stuff. So in theory, maybe it's just like you get so much stuff in front of your actual units that it actually works, that it's actually good. And that's definitely a thought that I've played with before. But like we'll see. So I got 6 games left.
Collect gems to win. Goblin.
Start Goblin. Another Goblin.
Goblin. Fusion.
Look at all the money.
Nita.
Medic. That's our healer, remember?
Bandit.
Bandit. You know, Nita in the Squad Busters, no, excuse me. Nita in
Colt.
Brawl Stars was actually super fun to play. Like, I love Nita in Brawl Stars. Now, there's so many, like, totally busted characters that are out now. What? Come here.
Dominance. 8 players
Sure.
remaining. Nita.
Take another Colt. This Kaiju.
7 players remaining.
Another Colt. Bullet Storm.
2
A
minutes.
key. Bandit.
Fusion.
I'll take 2 bears rather than 1 for the time being. Just extra stuff. Make it more difficult to break through. I'll go ahead and take the fusion now. Witch. Here we go. How am I winning? I'm like 100 gems up. Is it the bandit? Hog Rider. There's the Hog Rider. There's the fusion on the medic.
Fusion. Final stretch.
Colonel. Sick.
4 players remaining.
He's gonna beat me though. He's gonna whoop me here.
Leon. 10,
Can I get it back?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No!
Finish.
Close.
Second place.
Close.
Marvelous.
It's super close. 30 gems. You get a minor, right? You got something.
Common. Super big.
I'm actually curious.
Colt.
Does it show my last game? No, that was like a while ago. No. No. That was the first place that we got. We got another first place down here. It's not showing my most recent match with him. Yeah, it was much closer. I was only 30 gems off. All right, let's do it again. Let's see. 5 more games. 4 or 5 more games. We have a limit. Black Plague. Oh my gosh. How the heck are you? You're a sight for sore eyes, my guy. They come into Clash. TC is back, baby.
Gems to win.
Are you still clashing?
Check in.
Or are you playing other games?
Check in.
Oh, man. Come on. Dog Rider. Boink, boink, boink. Oh, no. Alright, I'm about to go kill this guy.
Remaining. Fusion.
Come here. Come here, fool. That was a mistake.
Nice. 8 players remaining.
A lot has changed, just picked it up again. You know, I was sort of quietly playing the game, Clash of Clans, last year. So I got up to, like, Town Hall 16. And it's not that, like, since I stopped streaming, I, like, never played. It's just, I would kind of go through these spurts where I would, like, pick it up and be like, oh, I'll kind of catch up to, like, where the top of the game is and see how that is. And, you know, but never really playing it to, oh my gosh, my hog's almost dead. But never really, like, grinding at it the way I used to, you know? Just more, like, playing it more slowly and just enjoying it. Thank you.
Fusion.
So I'm Town Hall 16, and I didn't quite max out. Obsessed with Apex Legends right now. So, when did Apex Legends come out? I feel like it came out a few years ago, right? Has it gotten better?
Colt.
Medic. All right, we're actually going to try to kill our duo mate here. But we're kind of holding off.
6 players remaining.
Bandit. My friends right now are obsessed with, like, Baldur's Gate. And, like, my in real life friends are mostly obsessed with, like, Baldur's Gate.
Fusion.
How are we doing with gems? Nice. Yeah, Dig is first place, so we got 30 seconds to go find him and try to kill him.
30 seconds left.
The likelihood that I can, though, is probably low. Where is he?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Nah.
Finish.
Apex came out about 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, you know, I remember. I won't say his name, but his he goes by Snuggle Mittens. One of my first friends of all time, and just like my username has stuck, his username stuck. But yeah, he was playing Apex Legends a little bit. Oh yeah, and yeah, so you're talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3, I got lost in basically in the character builder. I honestly think I spent like an hour just like messing with the way that my character looks. And then I got to actually play the game. And let me just say that I lost 3 hours of time and didn't realize that I lost 3 hours of time. Suddenly, it was a feeling that I had with gaming that I haven't had since I was like a teenager, where I sat down with something when I got home from school on a Friday, and suddenly it's 11:30 at night, and the entire evening is just gone, and I didn't even realize it. Like maybe I got up, maybe I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom, but like once or twice. It was that kind of feeling with Baldur's Gate, where I just got so like absorbed. And like Supercell games, mobile games are totally different, right? Like you can play a match and then in between matches, like kind of chill, think about something else or talk to somebody. Baldur's Gate, man, like I found myself like feeling really sucked in, and I also got stuck like within that first like session, and I could not for the life of me figure out how to get like one of my characters back alive, like a character that I had, because it's like a party-based system, and I walked into like a cave, and one of my characters, like I ended up in some sort of a fight with a couple monsters, and my character stepped into some sort of acid on the ground, and he fell down, and every time I tried to revive him, he would get up and then he'd immediately fall back down. And so that was like a serious problem. Like not being able to figure out how to revive my character and actually move on. So I ended up just leaving the character behind and like walking to the next thing. And then I got into that and I was like, well, you know, I kind of wish I had this other character now because I'm feeling kind of weak in this stage, you know? And I was talking to my other buddy named Geedon, which, by the way, Geedon streams StarCraft and I think it's called Mechalopolis or Mechopolis or something. It's sort of he's a big RTS guy, but he was trying to like talk me out of the problem, and I was like, dude, I already had like my immediate experience with it was like I'm stuck, you know, and something about it said you don't want to get into this, and they keep trying to convince me to do it, and I just don't know that I can dig into it. but it's fascinating to watch. And like it felt so, the story and like how it opens up felt so cool. It's a great feeling to get that feeling. Things have changed from waiting outside a store for a midnight release. Oh my god, yeah. That's you're totally right about that. I wanted that key badly. I just ran into two people that wanted to die. That's cool. I have so much gold.
6 players remaining.
All right, rares, come on.
2 minutes.
Oh, I was really...
5 players
Rest in
remaining.
peace, TC. All right, Deeg Dag is popping off. Deeg Dag actually has the good troops. So this is where I need to start hunting bots. Also, getting my chests. I'm sitting on so much gold for no reason.
4 players remaining.
Another medic. Keep my healing factor up. Did you hear that, like, Nintendo Switch games are going to cost something like $80? Like, that was the big, like, WTF for gamers. Can I kill this guy? Whoa. The first? Can we hang on to it, though? That's the real question. Looks like Deeg Dag is taking over. No! Who's gonna get me? I got you! Nice. GG Deeg. Her GTA 6 was going to cost 160 base? No. No. You're kidding. Who's gonna buy that? Like, who would spend $160? Yeah, I snuck that out. That's also, Deeg Dag is my in real life friend. Him and I got him to start playing the game like maybe a week or two after I picked it up last summer. I was like, dude, you got to play this. And we've been playing it together since. So we've been playing it the same amount of time. He's also, he knows all my tricks, and I've kind of figured him out too. People that have waited 15 years for GTA. Oh yeah, that is fair. I mean, to be honest, Baldur's Gate, if it had come out the same time GTA 6 came out, I think people would have said, okay, Baldur's Gate 3. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. How long was it since the last Baldur's Gate game? Was it the 90s? Baldur's Gate 2 was in, let's see, Baldur's Gate 2. 2000. Well, Enhanced Edition. released? When Windows, September 2000. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 2. 2000. So, like, if Baldur's Gate had come out 2025, 2026, and they'd put a $160 price tag on it, I guarantee you the way that it was reviewed and the way that, like, I've watched live streams and just been like, yeah, that game's amazing. But, oh my God, I don't know that I could really grip it. Like, dig my hands into it and grip it. And, like, want to care so deeply about it, you know? I find myself too distracted by, like, like, music. I rehearse 2 nights a week with 2 different handbell choirs. And I had 2 concerts over the weekend. Like, that's a big part of my life. I love digging into the mobile games because the playtime is bite size, you know? All right, you want to get one more? We'll get one more. And then we'll call it. We streamed 2 hours earlier today, 5 to 7. Took a 2-hour break for dinner. We came back just to get some content up. Get some time in front of a camera. Man, this is like, what, my 5th or 6th stream? After a massive break. Massive hiatus. That wasn't really announced. We're going middle already.
9 players remaining.
Can we get an early healer? That would be nice. Ooh. You know, if we lost the goblin, it wouldn't be the end of the world.
8 players remaining.
Just go crazy with the, yeah, let's just go ahead and lose the goblin. Okay. Alright, triple cult. That's a lot of damage. We will get a witch. Man, I'm not controlling myself very well.
2 minutes.
Pam, for the love of Pete, give me that healer. Hog Rider. Woo. See that guy running away. Colt, get over here, buddy. Hog Rider. There's too many of these kaijus. Luckily, no one's sort of punishing us for that. They should. It's just a mess of a game. Mess of a challenge too. What's up, Nick? I busted him with a skeleton. Another witch? Another witch? Can we pull something out? I don't think so. Too much stuff happening in the middle. This might end up being... Oh no. Battle healer. Yeah, there's just no shot.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
We got third? Did I see third? No, fourth.
Place. Nice job.
This game has so much going on. Yeah, you're also watching a super chaotic mode. So, like, this is... Okay, so what's... Let me give you, like, a brief kind of lowdown. Squad Busters came out last year, and I think around the same time... Let me see what the actual date on was. But I started playing, like, summertime. Release date. May 28th, 2024. I started playing in July, I think. And the game, when it released, I think it was probably the most sort of undercooked title that I've played by Supercell Games. And very quickly after I started playing, I think it was 2 months after I began playing, they released duo mode, right? Which means that I can team up with my friend and friendly fire is off. I think close or soon after that, they released Squad League, which is a ranked mode, and then Showdown, which is like only 5 people. The zone shrinks, and when you're in the middle, you're all forced to kill each other because the zone will consume everything, right? So this game's kind of short. Gem Hunt is like Squad League, but the army rotation is set, or it's random, so you can't pick it. But then you have these event modes that are going on, because with, I think in a week, basically they're totally redoing every single troop. They haven't said exactly what that means, but they've already taken out 4 troops from the game. Like, you can't play them right now. Whoops. I'm screwing up. You see these 4 troops? Barbarian King, Archer Queen, Royale King, and Mortis. You can't use these troops, but they've all but said that they're going to bring them back as some sort of a new rarity or a different class of unit altogether. So there's going to be a major change to game mechanics and progression systems about a week from now. And I think the game is, this update that's coming, it's either going to make the game or break it, because the hype for the game was really high last summer, and it's kind of died off. But like, the event has been so much fun, just having these extra modes to play. And the extra modes are quite a bit more busy than Squad League. Squad League, the matches are much slower. Like, you're not constantly opening chests left and right. You have to pick your stuff, right? It's more important to have a supplier to kind of get you through the early stages of the game, versus, like, you know, just going straight damage, which is also something that you can do. But I think picking either a Mavis or a Greg is actually pretty helpful. You don't have to run to the middle and risk your life every single game. You can kind of ramp up. But yeah, they're kind of revamping progression, and I'm excited to see what that actually looks like, because something's got to give. Like, there's certain units that are just actually busted. To give you an idea, Hog Rider is a must pick. When you look at what it does, each level of the Hog Rider is not like, oh, it's the new level, so it's now this. It gets something meaningful at every single level. Whereas when you look at the other speedsters, they don't all operate that way. Like the Hog Rider, each one of these stars is actually a pretty massive boost. So if you have an ultimate Hog Rider and the other guy doesn't, you do more damage. Like you're just gonna win. Like if you're in an even trade. The same can be said for another troop like the Miner. The Miner is completely busted. It has a It has like a 2-second stun. So when you use turbo, he goes underground. When you stop moving, he pops up and he hits somebody, and the stun is so powerful, it lasts way too long, and it completely changes the way fights go. And even after, like, say you do manage to bust out someone's squad, but his Miner survives, you can take that Miner and just troll the guy as he's trying to like attack other people, and actually end up like screwing up the fights for other people. And it's so the Miner's completely busted. It needs to be reworked. Like it really needs to be nerfed. It needs to be brought into line with other units that have stuns. Like a 2-second stun that you can charge up with your turbo is not equal to like Barbarian King, which was you had like an actual bar that would, or you had the circle that has to charge up over time, and it takes several seconds, but then he hits with his fist and it stuns. It does like a little splash stun, right? The Miner stun is much better, much more powerful than the King stun. And Miner's a rare unit. Barbarian King is an epic unit. Also, Barbarian King goes all the way up to Ultimate, 5-star, meaning 10,000 babies, as they call them, or 10,000 units that you have to pull out of chests from winning games to get them all the way up to 5-star, whereas Miner, you only need 1,000. So there's just not... Stuns aren't really created equal in this game right now. Speed is not really created equal in this game right now. And I hope that whatever happens next week, when this drops, that they've addressed sort of the speedsters and making them more equal, and also making stuns more tolerable, and probably toning down splash a little bit, because area of effect damage is sort of the new hot stuff right now. Dynamite has seen a big increase in play. I think Frank, a lot of people don't play him, but Frank, having that big old hammer, he has this like great big wide thing, and when he takes enough damage, he'll then stun everyone with that thing, and it's like it's very strong, but he's balanced, right? He's not very fast. He's pretty slow. And it's like there's just so much stuff about this game right now that just doesn't seem like it's complete. And so everything that Supercell is saying in their promotional stuff and everything you see on the live streams, it's like the game is changing in a massive way next week. The fact that they took out 4 characters and have already like informed players, we're compensating you for taking these characters out of the game. This is how we're doing it. We're giving you like a certain amount of this new currency based on how high you got the character level, right? And so for me, I actually completely maxed out all 4 of these characters. So I'm going to get a nice little bag of whatever this currency is that I can turn around and probably use to level up the same units when they reintroduce them as the new rarity. I don't know if that's... I don't know how I feel about that part of it, unless I get to have a max all over again. But yeah, balancing's tricky, man. The game's tricky. But the game is brand new. It's only about a year old. And we've seen Brawl Stars explode in popularity. Clash of Clans has resurged. Clash of Clans has just, in the last several years, Clash of Clans has just gone up and up and up and up and up. It's the top. It's the. I think I was reading the thing. Clash of Clans made something like $28 million last month, or was it $31 million? How much money did Clash of Clans make in April 2025? Revenue. Forget. Nuts. It's so much money. Yeah, 21 million, I think. It's way too it's way more than I would have thought. But it's the top earner. It's over Brawl Stars actually at this very moment. So, anyways, Black Plague, thanks for showing up. Thanks for chatting, man. Dig Dag, thanks for playing some games tonight. Absolute pleasure. Had a blast tonight. If you are catching the VOD on YouTube, if you're catching the VOD on Twitch, thank you for watching. Definitely give me a follow. Give me a subscribe over on YouTube, a follow on Twitch, and give a thumbs up on the live stream. Every little bit of that helps for exposure of this content and this channel, and just the kind of things that I'm trying to, I don't know, grow, and the community that I'm slowly trying to build back. Who knows where all this is going to go? I'm pretty excited, and I think that the update coming in May is going to give me some nice incentive to create some new kind of content, and maybe drive that. Yeah, it was great talking. It was great talking to you, Black Plague. Anyways, see y'all later. Peace out.